Avengers The Kang Dynasty writer Jeff Loveness, who recently spoke with multiple outlets after revealing that Marvel Studios and him decided to cut out a couple of things related to the bigger tech that Kang has, also goes on and confirms that if you were looking for a ton more backstory and who exactly Kang was, where he comes from, and what his whole idea is once he gets out beyond just conquer everything, well, that was all cut, because it may or may not show up down the road somewhere. Now, call me crazy or foolish or whatever, but didn't they say that the whole reason that they want Kang in the MCU early on, and that the whole reason they introduced him first in Loki, and then Quantumania, Loki Season 2, and all these other variants that we're going to be seeing, is so we can get a ton of backstory and character development on all the different versions of Kang, so when we get to the Kang Dynasty, we know the backstory of multiple variants, so then whatever one is the primary, they don't really need to beat us over the head with all the info and exposition dump. Which, yeah, that sounds genius, right? So why would you admit that you cut out all the backstory to Kang the Conqueror and gave people just enough to ask more questions when you never intended to deliver the answers, and you're hopeful of doing it in the future? Does what I'm saying make sense to anybody? Or am I, like, not making any sense at all? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, Kang, yes, they're variants. They're different, right? But also, they're the same somewhat. So, if each individual project, like the upcoming Shang-Chi sequel, and other projects that are rumored to have Kang variants, if they in fact go full on with it and show us different variants, awesome. But are you also going to scrap the backstory of all those? Like, are we going to get the three main ones we saw at the end of Quantumania in different projects, and then not have them explained at all? Or are they going to explain them, but then have Kang the Conqueror be the jobber who barely got anything? Like, I understand that he's trying to be honest and transparent with people, but sometimes there is just stupid ideas and stupid things and stupid decisions that don't help anybody. Remember how Disney forced Joss Whedon to cut out 30 plus minutes of Age of Ultron that established what was going on with Thor, that leaned more into Wakanda, that leaned more into some of the other things that they were setting up, like the next few films? They decided to cut it because of runtime, and Age of Ultron suffered for it. Luckily, Ultron wasn't a reoccurring villain, but Kang is. So why would you sacrifice important backstory and then admit it? And then in follow-up interviews say, well, we may or may not get back to actually explaining that at some point. If we don't, oh well. That's literally stupid.